ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Best Damn Gamer. I'm your host, Christopher Schmidt. You might recognize me from the Best Damn Tech Show. Today is our first episode, version I guess we could call 1.0. Here at the Best Damn Gamer, we're going to be your best source for information on new and old games, gaming tips, techniques, etc. Today we're going to start talking about the Nintendo Revolution. Games can only go so far before you start backtracking. And that's just what they're doing. They're taking it back to the old school games. Nintendo Revolution will allow you to play every game ever made for any Nintendo console. Big points there for a lot of all you gamers, Totally different game system than you've probably ever played. High-powered graphics all the way down to the low end of old school 8-bit games that, came with your original Nintendo system. Your NES. The game system itself, very small, compact, one-handed controller, wireless. So basically the big hype about the Nintendo Revolution is new games, new graphics, as well as old games, with a new format basically. The great thing about the retro game is Retro Game of the Week. This week we're going to discuss Dig Dug. Classic game, classic arcade game. I'm sure many of you old heads remember this. I'm kind of young myself, but please, I grew up on this game. Couldn't put it down. Eventually they came out with Dig Dug 2. Not the same style game. You're sitting up on top of the land digging for animals. But it was a point-based system. Point-based systems are where it was at. Back then, it was all who got the high score, who got their 3 initials up there on that game. Nowadays, it's all, who's saving this lady? Who's doing this? Kill the zombie, da-da-da-da-da. I like that and all, but I like a plot when I go to see the movies, not when I'm playing a game. So yeah, Dig Dug. They're actually coming out with a new version of this where it actually has a plot line, but also combines the original Dig Dug with the second one, also with a plot line this time. Haven't played it yet myself. Looks intriguing. Can't really build too much on graphics based off such an old game without disappointing people. So yeah, old school games. So much better than new school games. You play for hours on end. A lot more competition. Very few games work on a point system anymore. You have your Maddens, of course, with your John Madden, your NBA, your sport games, all the lighting. People still love that competition. You can't play Resident Evil against somebody. You can't play Silent Hill against somebody. Of course, there's lots of these nice online games where you can have gaming communities like World of Warcraft and such. But I can't stand these movie games. You go in to play a game, and half the time you're sitting there watching the screen, you're waiting for this movie to load up. I want to control this, not some guy in California sitting behind some desk saying, "Oh yeah, it'd be great to show this little graphic movie here. Yeah, that's great, buddy. You know what? I'd rather play. Okay, I don't want to see what you spent 9 months developing. Great. You know what? You sitting there developing charges me more money." So yeah, one more quick rant, I guess, before we go. All these games have plot outlines, and I guess somebody wants this. Somebody out there wants this. Some idiot wants this, and Hollywood decided to bank on this. A couple of years ago, we had probably the most anticipated game flop. Enter the Matrix. I don't know if you've played this, but I was trying to return it 2 hours after I bought it because I had already beaten it out and figured every secret in the game. Worst game ever. So nowadays, people who make these movies, the directors are getting into the video game studios, trying to develop a game for every single movie that comes out. It seems almost every day a movie's coming out, they got a game being released on the shelves to go alongside with the movie. King Kong and such. It's just ridiculous. Get back to the basics, people. Next week for you, we're going to have a couple gaming tips, little secrets you can find on some newer games for you. We're going to have some good game reviews, a couple special guests, and that is all for our first installment of the Best Damn Gamer. I'm your host, Christopher Schmidt, and I don't know what to say.